traditional slavery systems in Africa before European contact, and the transatlantic slave trade. Slavery already existed in many African societies, but it was not the same system that later developed in the Americas. Traditional African slavery was diverse, flexible, and deeply connected to social, economic, and political life. In many regions, enslaved people were war captives, criminals, or individuals used as collateral for debt. One common form was domestic slavery, where enslaved people lived within households. They worked as farmers, servants, herders, or craftspeople, and were often treated as junior members of the family. In some societies, they could marry, own property, and eventually gain freedom. Another system known as pawnship was widespread in West Africa. Families offered a relative, sometimes a child, as security for a loan. This form of slavery was temporary. Once the debt was repaid, the person was released. In Islamic states of North and Northeast Africa, military and administrative slavery developed. Enslaved men could be trained as soldiers or officials, sometimes rising to positions of power and influence. Royal courts across Africa also used enslaved labor for governance, trade, and agriculture. Importantly, traditional African slavery was not race-based, and status was not always permanent or inherited. Social integration and manumission were possible. However, the arrival of European and Arab traders transformed these systems. The transatlantic and Indian Ocean slave trades intensified warfare, expanded slave raiding, and shifted slavery toward a more brutal, commercial, and permanent form. By the late 19th century, colonial governments formally abolished slavery. Yet its social and economic legacies remain, reminding us that Africa's history of slavery was complex, shaped both from within and by powerful forces from beyond its shores.